Hey Luke, we've got Terence on here, he's jumped on.
Hey Terence, how you going, mate?
He said, should he open up a cafe or stay in his horse box?
Stay in your horse box.
I think that's what they
He's got a horse float, doesn't he? He does have a horse float, doesn't he? Yeah. Stay in your horse box, I reckon, and then just move to a position where you can get a lot of volume really, really quick. I think that's the key, because it's getting tricky out there at the minute. There's a few different things happening. Cafes are definitely feeling it, that's for sure. But we did need to go out and have a morning coffee somewhere. Yeah. Do you want a little cappuccino, do you, sir? Sure. What's one for you, Ryan?
Yeah, one for me. Thanks, mate.
Beautiful. And a cappuccino coming for you, sir?
Long black is Luke's.
Long black's mine. Maybe Kyle, latte. He has a latte, doesn't he?
Yes.
Give that to Kyle. That'll be good. Got a Rory cappuccino coming up.
Yeah, look at this grinder.
A little bit of a dusty up there. So we've just got the Firenzato F83 eSense Pro down the end there. We showed everyone last week. We've had it in the bar here for a few more days now, and it's been very, very cool. You got your weight-based grinding, automatic handle recognition, and super fluffy grind, because that is crazy. That's what it's about. Oh, that's not a bad little cap. Getting wobbly in my old age. Is your latte, Ryan?
Thanks, mate.
Yep. How'd you go since last week? Have you been able to practice your swan?
Terence says he's got a manual mounted grinder. What
Yeah.
automatic one should he upgrade to?
Automatic weight base for sure. It's definitely where you want to be right now. Not a time-based grinder. We're pretty happy with these Firenzato all grounds, to be honest. There's a lot of value there in terms of price point and features. There's a lot of them that are very tricky to work with and how to clean. So across the board, we're finding it to be very good. I got to remember to trying to talk when I pour. I do struggle doing that. Yeah, but definitely a weight-based grinder. So you get the exact dose, exact recipe. That's the key, so that when you're extracting, you're getting the right flavour. Time-based grinders definitely have, I think, had their day. It does take a bit of time to get away from that, and we've been using the SP2 Pros for quite a while and having our scales and dosing pots and doing all of that, and that's definitely what we have to do to get accuracy. But now with like the all-ground sense here, sorry, not all-ground sense, I have the all-ground sense at home. But the Firenzato E-Pro here, so you've got 4 grams as a purge, and we've got 22.5 grams. But it's super simple and easy just to increase or decrease the gram weight, not the time. And that's the thing that people are challenged with, because when you had a time-based grinder, if you change the grind, you're going to get more or less coffee in your actual portafilter handle. And then you have to weigh it and try and work it all out. So there's always variables that were happening there. And as the grind's coming through the chutes here, essentially it would either hold a little bit of that grind or fall it in. And that could be a gram or half gram differences. But now when you've got things like this where you can clean the chute out, you don't have to worry about that. And it's only going to deliver into the portafilter handle exactly what you need for each handle. So it's super accurate, a much better product. Give me one sec. Hey Dane, how you going? Good. You got your iced latte down the end there, yeah? Yep, sweet. Where are we? That is for you, sir. And 7 of the finest. All right, thanks, Dane. Have a good one. Oh, the red strip of death. Everyone knows what that red strip means if you're in the industry right now and you're doing a transaction and you're getting busy. That's going to be a problem. Sorry, while I just fix that quickly. End of roll.
You got RDF guy says hello from the USA. Mana says he got his espresso machine, and with our help, he's making pretty good coffee at home.
Oh, so good. What
good.
videos? Do you watch a few videos to understand how to extract, or were you just sort of? Yeah, I'd love to know what it is that really helped you the most, because that's the kind of content that we want to look at doing and producing for people.
Terence said, do we have loyalty cards?
We do have loyalty cards.
You know, give them a look.
Hey, I'll show you. With these, here's a business tip. Gonna put my 2 cents into this spin. There's your card. Every 8th is free. Now, giving this card away costs you the card cost essentially, but when you get new customers, people see they want to get on a bit of a journey. So the first thing is to say, hey, do you want a rewards card? Oh, you got a coffee today, that's fine. I'm just going to give you a couple of extras. You know what? Just give you a couple of extras. That person will now claim that extra free coffee because they're 3 away from it. So then you get them in a habit, then they use the card. Now, a lot of people love automated processing payments and using, POS systems and automated payments and also automated loyalty cards. The problem is that everyone gets the discount. 100% of them. That's good for the customer, but it's actually not good for business. There's no way for that system to be bent other than if it stays in the system and they don't come back and claim it. So then you go, okay, well, I'm going to increase my prices to then cover the free coffees, and 100% of them are going to get that free coffee every single time. But if you give them a card, pop it in their wallet, and they lose it, and then they come in and they tell you and say, hey, I lost that card and I had a free one. You go, hey, I won the game. But you know what? I'll give you another one, and I'll even give you a couple of extras. The reward of this actual card is going to be like 1, maybe 2%, where if you're going to give away every single 8th coffee, someone do the maths for me, I can't work it out, but it's a much higher free rate. So the card has a lot of value still, and I highly advise using a paper card over a digital one. And that way you can retain some margin in the cafe game.
Rory said his coffee was delicious, thank you.
Oh, that's all right, Rory. I'm going to have my first for the day, actually, because I have it sitting over here.
Bomber jugs, any good? I've got Rhino and not too sure.
Yeah, the Bomber.
So he's using Rhino jugs at the moment.
Yeah, Bomber jugs are good. Jim was using the nasty jugs there for a while, which are the blue and white ones. It really depends on what you're trying to achieve. If you want to do really fine latte art, yeah, it's all about the tip, and it's all about this part here. These Rhino jugs are just a good value jug and a good shape. So, in cafes, a lot of them use them so that they can just start out frothing and pouring really well. If you're doing latte art, you'll start to find a range of jugs that you'll either enjoy or won't like. And, we tend to have a bit of a graveyard of jugs. Oh, someone's tidied up. Everyone's moved. Anyway, here's a few random jugs that we can run through, just to show you that there's all these different ones. All right, so whether you're gonna, that's a Breville jug. All right, so it's got a flat base on it. That's so you can use the temperature modes on the Breville units, the auto sensing. If you use one of the other jugs, what happens when you do that, Chloe? What? When you don't use a Breville jug on an automated
it just
machine?
keeps going.
Oh, keeps going?
Yeah.
Yeah, what kind of temperature did you reach?
I don't know, 100 and something. Can't even remember. It was like,
it was bubbling.
It was like the last number on the thermometer.
Anyway, we
The
learned.
thermometer broke.
Yeah, that's it. So the auto sensors will cut off if you use those flat bottom jugs. That's why you got to use them, but they suck to pour with. Look at this. Like, there is no allocation of foam in that tiny little bit of a spout. And this little thing here is just ridiculous. So anyone who's pouring great out of those, good latte art, tell me the tip. I want to know, because they're very hard to work with. This is a Wally jug. So with the Wally milks, you've got to have black jugs so that the sensors can work. But it's a lighter weight Rhino shape basically, but it's a little bit shorter it's just a fraction shorter. All right, so see that in the spout, just a little bit higher up there, and the pot here down the bottom isn't as wide, so it's just a little bit different, a little bit more delicate. And then you've got this one here, these were huge. These were like, this is a Motta, all right, a Motta Italian style jug, and it froths really well in the pot, and then you can distribute basically in this really deep, this valley here. And a big spout. So they were good for big fast pouring and getting the foam in, but I can't really pour latte with them. I really struggle with those myself personally. Let me make Mitch a coffee. Hey Mitch, how you going? That's good. Big flat white, mate. Gotcha. bit of distributing, bit of tamping, get that extraction on. All right. $5.80 of the finest there. Thanks, mate. There you go, rewards card. Won't be a sec, Mitch.
Hey Luke, how do you know if your burr set needs changing?
Sure. The first thing is how you start to change your time of your grinder, if you've got a time-based grinder. So if you've got a setting of, let's say, 8 seconds to give you the dose that you're on now, and you have to start making that 9 seconds or 10 seconds or any longer amount, that is purely that the burr set has worn out and you're facing more time to give you the same weight or delivery in into your portafilter. So that's the first one. If you've got a weight-based grinder, that's going to be different because we're going to have to now know how many grinds it's actually done. Oh, there's actually a brand new bottle right there. But I'm going to show you that because in the new weight-based grinders, they know that info. There's a counter in this Ferranzato F83 that actually knows that it's at 4 ton or 4.5 ton, I'm trying to remember. 4.5 ton, I think it is, on the F83.
Yeah.
And it counts backwards. So when it gets to 0, essentially, that's when you get to change the burrs. So that is a huge, huge amount of extractions that you can make out of that coffee, out of that burr set.
$5 in chocolate.
Small latte. Okay, got a Mitch here. Trick to a good flat white is just a little bit of foam, just enough to blend that crema down, get a bit of sweetness. Thank you, Mitch.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, Mitch, have a good one.
Have a good one.
See ya.
All right. Sorry all, just under the pump here just for a second. Chloe's gonna pour some beautiful patterns down the end for us. I got your hot latte coming, you got a normal latte there. A lot of cafes don't steam milks at the same time, but they really should. The only way you're going to get ahead on volumes and pump out coffee nice and quick. Good. So your workflow does change a little bit with these. Oh, wheat hot chocolate. What's that? Wheat hot chocolate cap?
Yeah.
What?
Honey wheat cappuccino.
Oh, wait, honey wheat cappuccino. Gotcha. Honey is in the drawer. Honey.
Hey Luke, what's your opinion on some of the machines coming out of China like Wenduji?
Yeah.
I also wasn't sure if there's any Australian distributors yet. You might have an answer to that.
Oh, unofficially.
Sorry?
Unofficially.
Unofficially?
There are some distributors coming out for the product. Yeah, definitely the host Milan definitely allowed the opportunities to have those conversations, and there's some products coming in. But I think with anything out of China, the other issue is how many distributors they actually have. And that's one of the issues. It becomes a product that's so competitive and no one's got control, and then you lose out on profit. That's the one model issue that China needs to work out, you know. The rest of the industry works really well on keeping a good distributorship base, keeping customers supported as well when there's an issue. But when you start to just let things come distributing everywhere, it's a bit of an issue. But in terms of quality, I was pretty impressed. We had a good look at those at Host Milan. You can go back. Oh no, we haven't released that yet, have we? What did we?
Which one's that?
The Wenduji inside the machine. We have a look. We play. Go around them all.
Yeah, we did Wenduji. That's out. That video's been out for weeks, mate.
But, oh, there you go. It's out and about. So go and check that video out. And we show you the inside of the machine. It's pretty good. There's a lot of. There is a lot of. Oh, That's Easter coffee. Looking for decaf. There's decaf. Gotcha. There's a lot of stuff inside the machine that's the same as any Italian machine, that's for sure. There's some mechanical sort of structural things that are a bit unique, and the brew head's a little bit different and so on. But the quality looks okay. But again, it's going to be whether they're serviceable, whether they're supported in a country as well. But they've certainly got a lot of tech in them for sure. They definitely hold, you know, the profiling of quality coffee at the forefront. You know, they've got pressure profiling, temperature controls, cool digital interfaces. So they're on the mark there for sure. A weak cap. Whee.
Do we have jibby jugs, Luke? Do we use jibby jugs? No.
No, we don't. They had them in the Latte Art comps last year. They're a sponsor. I've used them. They're an okay jug. I think the key is everyone has their own feel of a jug, whether you hold from the handle, which I always hold from the handle. Some people like to hold like this when they pour. So yeah, there's a whole range of different jugs that you can have, and you just got to spend your time doing it. You know, for years I didn't have the opportunity to have different jugs, so we just got used to using these ones. And you can see that's the little pencil grip that I kind of go for. But now that new jugs come out, people tend to hold things a little bit differently. There's that crazy jug behind. Are these three together, are they? This gentleman here. Oh yeah, got one more to come on that one. Decaf cappy. There's grab that jug there. We'll use this for an example. This is a Groove jug. It's 3 different spouts. It's pretty crazy. I can't really pour out of it, to be honest. I haven't worked out how to do it well. But let's see.
Which spout would you choose, mate?
I'm gonna go the pointy one, and just see. See, for me, this just feels so awkward. It's like it's almost too fine, and it's not getting the. You can see how fine that actually came out. It's like it wasn't actually getting the.
It's different actually holding
foam out
around the jug like that rather than just a handle.
I feel like
rather
I'm
than a
doing.
handle,
Yeah, doing that. It's definitely that was awkward. That's a cap, wasn't it? A decaf cap. Best decaf cap in Coffs Harbour today. There you go. Awesome. Thanks, man. Have a great day. All right, I'm gonna put that away because.
Jack 50 Yen says good morning, Artisti.
Hey Jack, how you going, mate?
Welcome. Loads of people on there jumping on saying hello. Mr. Rainbow Loves Coffee's there. Says hello,
Awesome.
Coffee family.
Hey, if you've got any questions, leave them down below. Ask Ryan. Let's get the conversation going. Let's see what we can do to make some help in your coffee challenges. Strong flatty. Gotcha. What's the next one you got there?
Lattes.
Yep.
Lattes.
2 lattes.
Do we have many tea customers, Luke?
Very rare.
Yeah,
How many?
I think 1 every month.
1 a month?
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not really known for tea. We do have tea products, there's no doubt. But yeah, tea is not that big. Maybe tea's going to make a revival. What do you reckon? Do you reckon tea could ever be as big as it used to be and coffee becomes second place? That'd be a really interesting study to do. You'd have to change back to the English ways. That'd be the only way, wouldn't
Probably
it?
big in the UK, no doubt.
Yeah, UK's big, and the Asian green tea style is definitely a big thing for sure. Are these a few to going together, or what's the?
Yeah, those 2 are for
Right, let's go deliver those. Make them happy. Watch Chloe make those coffees. Fine. Where am I? There you go. Strong flatty?
Yeah. That was,
That one?
oh, they both strong?
Oh, both
Yeah.
strong flatties. There you go.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers. Have a good one. 2 strong flatties. Look at that. A weak latte with 1. Oh, these are Dan, aren't they?
Hey Luke, what temperature is it here today, mate? I think it's 28 today, and it's actually 34 tomorrow.
I know.
34 degrees, so it's gonna be warm.
I didn't realise it was going to be 34. We got our first soccer training for the kids. The Hurricane's under 10, and we're going to do a beach session, I think. Go down, play on the sand, get the kids wet, because like 34. And was it March? This time last year, it was raining and floods and storms, and
Yeah.
it was horrific. Actually, up north is having some big challenges there. Yeah, this is really warm for a March, that's for sure. All right, there you got our week latte. I forgot that there wasn't as much espresso in there, so I ran out of a bit of milk there. I'm gonna have to steal a little bit from the next cap.
Mike says he's got 4 degrees and snow. Sounds fun.
4 degrees in the snow. I actually want to make coffee in the snow. I actually feel like that's just something would be very interesting to do. We were talking to one of the businesses in the snow. And what's this one? Little latte. And yeah, it just, the season's only like maximum 19 weeks. So it wasn't viable for us to really help that scenario. I'll grab that one, do that.
Mike says
Alright,
he's got
damn.
some beans left over, not for another cup. So do I keep them or throw them in the bin?
There you go. See you, mate. Thanks. You've got beans left over from a what?
Yeah, I don't quite understand the question.
Blend. Make a blend. Just get.
Have some beans left over, not from another cup. So do I keep them or throw them in the bin?
No, just blend them with something else. Put mate, and yeah, taste the cup. See what it tastes like. Mark. Oh, hello, Mark.
Hello.
Thank you. Oh, here you go.
You enjoy, Mark?
See you, mate. Have a good one, mate. User Mr. A says this is the best live stream about coffee I've ever seen. It brings back mixed memories.
Awesome.
On the one hand, I don't miss the hustle and bustle at the bar, and on the other hand, I do miss the hustle and bustle at the bar.
Yeah, it's weird. Like you do have moments where you get out of the bar. Like I find myself doing a lot of other things, either making content or supporting the online store, which is what I do a lot of time. But then you get back in the bar and you're like, this is actually what it's about. It's actually about this cup of coffee. Interacting with people, and I think that's the one thing that's never going to be taken away from the industry is being able to connect with people, and that's what coffee should be. I just want to share back in this grinder for a sec. One little couple of things, so I got a little moment. Yeah, so the weight-based F83, really, really cool. It basically allows you to easily change the weights there. You can get your data like really, really quick. For the week, how many doses over and above on the double shots are out or not. So look at that, on the line, 100%. For the day, there you go, we went a couple over there. I don't know what happened there, but went a 0.5 of a gram over. And but essentially over that time frame, they averaged 22.43 grams in the weight-based, an error of 0.07 grams. So out of 236 doses. So that's pretty damn good. Yeah, you might have might be in a grind change or something like that where it would change. So that's really cool. So the data that you can get access in there is really handy. And total, change dose weights, operation modes, diagnose weights, show statistics. Where was it? The grind. Someone asked earlier about the. Oh, hello. Is that a cup? Well, that's glass. Lucky that didn't break. It's in the admin password, which I can't remember it. Can you remember?
No.
I wrote it down on a book when we did the video. Anyway, I
Come
can't
back
show
to
you.
that.
I have to remember that. But anyway, in there, when you get the admin, you can see the burr life, which is really, really cool. And a lot of people forget about that. Like the cost of running a grinder. You know, every time you grind, you're wearing the burrs down. You've got to replace those burrs. So it's about $11.43 replacement cost for the Ferranzato, which is super cheap. Most of them are sitting around $40, $45 for burr replacements. So everyone looks at the cost of a machine, but don't understand the service and cost as well.
Terrence says, where's Jimmy?
Jimmy is hopefully working because he's been sick for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He has been really crook.
He should be in later today.
Yeah. He's, I
There's
don't
been
know.
plenty of
he's out and about.
like colds and flus going around at the moment. Hey, Chloe and Ben.
Yep, these two have been sick and everyone. So ducking and weaving and just helping everybody out. So yeah, it's been a fun couple of weeks for sure.
Mike says, Smart Scale, best thing I bought. It tells me everything. I just have to pour. I know real baristas do it by memory.
Yeah, smart scale. I don't know which one that one is, but yeah, any sort of scale that's going to give you data, or like the. Oh, here you go. Here's the K's, right? If you get the app, you can start pouring all your extractions, and it tells you the flow rates and the grams, and you can do a whole set of recipe guides on scales with pour overs. You can save your recipes, you can share them, you can do a heap of stuff. So yeah, just really cool. No data, store data, and then you can come back and check it. And that means when you get a new coffee and you're not really sure what to do with it, at least your database can go, okay, point you in the right direction. It might be a dense coffee, a light roast, a different recipe you're trying to do, or whatever. So if you're just storing information, you build up an amazing database, and scales are a really good place to start having that ready for you. MICE, Melbourne Coffee Expo, it's coming up in a couple of weeks. So locked in, yeah, pretty much locked in our whole schedule there, so we'll get that published for you all. We're doing some stuff with Latte on their stand. They've got the new Mara X V3, which is not in Australia yet, but it's coming out. So is that going out this week? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Tomorrow.
Video.
Check out that video. Hey, we were really fortunate to go and spend some time in the Latte factory and Barista factory last year at Host, and so we filmed in the factory. We filmed that new Pagaya Latte Mara X V3, which is really cool, and the new Steve grinder. So
the Mara X has a feature on it called the Pagaya lever.
Pagaya lever, yeah.
So what does that do?
Okay, so if you look at the side of the machines in any of the content, there's a little lever, and you essentially can maneuver that lever, maximum or minimum. And what you're doing is you're varying the power applied to the vibration pump, which essentially gives you flow control. So that's really cool. So yeah, you can play flow control in a entry-level HX machine. I don't know the pricing, but you've got some beautiful new timber finishes and shape of their knobs and handles. The handles are now weighted. They've got bigger elements in them and faster heat ups, so you can get to make your coffee quicker in the morning, because that's what people want to know. How long does it take for my machine to get ready with HXs? It's usually about 15 minutes, but now they're quoting about 7 to 8 minutes if you're just going to do espresso, but a little bit longer to generate that the heat for the frothing or steam essentially. So yeah, it's really cool. Range of colours. Yeah, it's an exciting machine. So we're going to do a live on the stand at MICE on the Thursday. We'll be there looking at a few other products. I've got the Steve grinder as well. So if you're looking at a grinder, the Latte William is on sale. Check it out on our online store. It's amazing. It was $13.99. It's now $8.49. So huge, good power, good size burrs, easy to change your dose and so on. So yeah, the Latte William's a good grinder to look at. Unlimited for the next bit of stock till it's gone. And then on the Friday morning, we'll be on the Lamazocco Roast and Residence stand as well. So looking forward to making our coffee and sharing it with Melbourne.
Not Roaster in Residence, mate. Roaster Alley.
Roaster Alley.
Alley.
Roaster's Playground. We actually
Roaster's
got it wrong. Both got it wrong. Roaster's Playground.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, Roaster's Playground.
Is it they called the Roaster's Alley or the Playground?
Playground. Roaster's Playground.
Okay.
My wife's trying to ring me and she doesn't realise I'm on a live. Roasters Playground it is. So that's where Lamazocco, really support roasters. So really stoked about that. We'll be there for, I guess, half the day on the Friday morning, serving our coffee, connecting with you all, having a good time. So we'll do some content there. We're going to show you the new J grinder from Lamazocco. We saw it in Milan, but we were so busy we couldn't really film it then. We got to play on it.
Pretty busy little session there.
It was, yeah. It was
a quick changeover because we had to clear out for the next people to come in.
Yeah, had a great time. So we'll show you the J grinder. That'll be cool. And then that Arbo, we'll just be hanging around seeing what's going on. And then the Friday, we've got some time with the Bombora stand. So Bombora's an importer in Australia that does a lot of stuff, like AKA scales and Rhino and all that kind of stuff. But we've got about an hour and a half there with Scott Pendlebury. If you're an Aussie, he's an AFL player. So he's our brand ambassador as well, and with ECM. So we'll spend a bit of time playing with the Synchronica too on that stand as well. But yeah, is there anything you want to see? Is there anything you might have seen at Host that will be available at MICE that you want us to look into? Let us know. We'd love to know, what you might have saw a glimpse and want to know a bit more of it, because we'll dive in and check out those things as well. This should be the bigger expo for Australia because everything got released in in Milan and people didn't get a chance to see it. So if you're around, go and see the show. Get a ticket. Come and have a look. It's open later on the Friday night as well. They've got a late session. They go from till 7 o'clock at night, I think.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't know if we're going to be saying that later. I think we'll be out of there by then. But it's cool that they do a $20 ticket or something for that extra Friday afternoon. So for the hospo people.
Luke Gun 1 says, I'm about to open a coffee shop. I want a Lever X2. Does that machine slow down service? Any experience?
A Lever X2, like Lamazocco lever.
Machine,
Yeah. It will. It'll slow down a little bit. Just the process and waiting for it to extract and just how you have to manually do it all. It's a huge cost for a machine, but a cool experience. So I wouldn't be trying to do large volumes of takeaways fast with that machine. That machine suits a really cool experiential dine-in scenario. And if you get busy, pop another machine in and just pump out takeaways with it. So that you can share that experience, because that's what that machine's about. It's not about fast and pumping it out. But yeah, it's really cool to engage the lever and then watch it pop back out. So yeah.
Yeah, let us know a bit more about your coffee shop, where you're opening and what you're planning to do. It'd be interesting.
Yeah, love to hear all that kind of stuff.
Um,
You got your mic on? You do. Yes.
yeah, I got it just here, mate. Filter coffee, what do you think?
What do I think? That's
The question is, hi, what do you think about coffee filter? So
Coffee
I'm
filter.
thinking filter coffee.
Yeah, filter coffee. Yeah, we drink a lot of filter. So we run the Breville Lux Brewers over here. We used to run the Precision Brewers, which are great, but this is the new model. So we run a batchy, that's what we call them. So it's basically pop a paper filter in there and a bit of coffee. And then, yeah, it brews through. You can control that. You can have the WBC standards, or you can make your own brews. You can do cold brews. You can do a pour over style. You can do a traditional, what am I kind of call that thing? Just percolation brew. But you can change the heads in it. So they're kind of cool. So a lot of the staff drink a lot of that, and we use our singles on that. So we have light roasted coffee for filter, and we have roasts for espresso as well. So doing that's really cool. But then, yeah, you've got all your Hario range of pour overs. So the biggest area for competition coffee would be the alternative brewing space, or essentially the pour over style. And that's something that Declan, who works for us, is going to go into and compete. Yeah, he wants to compete at the state level for that. So pretty excited about that. He's playing with a lot of cool different techniques and methods in how to do that. So yeah, you can get gentle brews, bring a lot of really jammy, really floral flavors, and control the acidity and sweetness out in really beautiful coffee. Like usually higher end coffee, you would try and brew it that way so you can get that subtle farm taste for sure.
Cool. Matt Ashwood says, how hard is it being your own technician when working exclusively with Lamazocco linears?
Hey Matt, how hard is it being a technician when you exclusively live in? I mean, for years I worked on Lamazocco gear because we had it in our cafe, and that's how I learned to be a tech. And I just did Lamazoccos for other cafes, essentially, and other coffee brands. But now we do every brand, so you just learn to take the same technology in one machine and go, oh, that's how this company does it, and you start to work on other ones. Lamazoccos in Australia there's a lot of them, so you can specialise probably in that particular product. The key thing is understanding the grinders and the milk systems and auto tampers that they've got with it, so you can come in and provide a full service across that cafe. But I don't think it's hard. I think it's
probably helps
easier when
you specialise in that. Parts wise, you hold those parts only. You're not having to hold parts for various machines.
Because Artisti only uses Lamazocco machines, and then we've got another brand which we use rocket boxes and things, and San Remos and so on. When you've got that one kit, you've just got absolutely everything to solve every problem right there and then, and it does make life so easy. You can turn up, be an absolute hero to a cafe, and get it nailed, and you don't have to have, as Ryan said, a whole heap of stock. It definitely made life a lot easier. Yeah.
Cool. Might be a bit of an English barrier here, but I'll just try the question. I think I can work out what he's saying. He says, hello, I have a dream to start a cafe.
Yep.
So I guess what do you think that he needs to maybe listen and do to sort of help that dream progress?
Okay. Go and work in a cafe. That if you haven't worked in a cafe, don't have the dream to own a cafe. A lot of people think they can go and just, work in their job, get some money, and then buy a cafe. It's very different to understanding how it actually works. So be like a Chloe, start working in a cafe, and then learn how it operates, learn how to order, learn the customers, learn, the back end of how you can actually run a business, and then go and open your cafe. Don't just buy one and walk in and think that you're going to have a successful cafe by buying one, or even starting from scratch and not ever owning one. You'll make so many little problems by doing that. It's a very complex business model. A lot of people don't realise how hard it is to run a cafe, but think about quality of product, think about customer experience. That's definitely the key part, and make a point of difference. You should succeed.
Terence wants to know, do we have a descaling video? I don't think we do.
No, what we did one, right? And it was how to descale. Well, it was don't descale. It was use filters and use good quality water and use chemicals to make sure that we really. My wife keeps calling me. I'm wondering if there's something on that I need to answer.
Maybe.
Ryan,
You can take.
come on, Chloe, take over for
you
a
can
sec.
take your mic off and.
Hey guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe.
Hold that.
Oh, perfect.
We'll get. What we'll do, you can make me a latte, Chloe. How's that sound?
Perfect. Let's put that up there.
Sound like an easy one for you?
Yeah, it does. What design would you like me to do on that one?
You want to clip that on? Clip it on. You know that
Perfect.
what was that funny one you were doing the other day? The Chloe special. I don't know
Oh
what you
yeah,
called
with
it.
the three.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I can do
I
that.
haven't tried that since.
What do you think of the new grinder, Chloe?
I like it. The only thing that's different is you can't, like with the other one we could pre-dose
Yep.
the actual shots in the dosing pots.
Yep.
But now you have to actually wait for it to grind down to the handle.
Yep.
Other than that, it's really good.
Yeah. Cool.
What do you think, Ben,
I'm still working on my tulip stack.
about the grinder?
Oh, grinder.
Yeah.
I prefer this one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come around
Very
this.
quick and efficient.
Come around this side.
Let's pour some of that out.
Oh, you botched it. You might have to do that again. Reload. Do it
Yeah,
again.
Yeah, yeah. Cut. Good morning.
Morning.
Where'd Luke go?
He's on the phone to his wife.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a bit more important.
Just making sure there was no emergency there.
Yeah.
So did you say you had a name for this pattern?
The 3 Rosettas.
3 Rosettas.
Yeah.
I think somebody
Original.
else watched the video and they said there was actually a name for it. But
Yeah. I just made it up on the spot, really. Okay. No!
Oh,
I can't even do it anymore.
out of practice.
Yeah. Cool. It's two and a half.
2.5.
2.5. To a full. Okay.
I'll drink that. You can make Ian's coffees, I guess.
Yeah.
Rod said it's okay, Chloe. Ryan will edit that out. I wish, mate.
Need a
man.
Like Rod
Rod.
from
Yep.
upstairs. Oh,
Yep.
that's funny.
Lightning.
Yeah. I nearly just tipped that all over myself again.
Or enriched uranium rod.
Do you do that when you go and grab the cup? And you're like,
No, because I usually do it correct.
oh,
But
well,
that's okay, I can teach you.
thank you. Thank you.
I'm going to two quickly, so.
Okay. Oh, you can have your microphone back.
Crisis averted, mate.
Family life, hey? Kids and all of that joy. Anywho,
Let's go to some questions.
questions. Let's answer. Go.
All right.
Rapid fire.
There we go,
Rapid
back.
fire questions.
So, can you rate Wendoji out of 10?
I can. Oh, you want me to? I can't put him in a position because
I don't think you could because
we
we've
haven't-
only had spent like half hour to an hour. using
yeah,
it.
learning about them and whatever. I'm sure we're going to. You got an email the other week, didn't you, to contact them and connect, didn't you? About Wendoji?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
We've just got to get the distributorship in Australia because we need to align with how products are sold in Australia to make sure we're supporting that channel and the customers are supported. So we will answer that one back again. If we put them at 5 right now, we don't know whether they're good or bad. That would be
You need
5.5.
you just need that experience with them. You need
Yeah.
to see longevity and breakdowns and
Yeah, I'd say I'm intrigued to know more about them and see. I love their little waterfall grinder, the weight-based grinder. How they made that work was exceptional. But yeah, really excited to see how they go.
yeah, cool. Philip says, what is the equipment you need for a small 6x12 coffee trailer to make espresso drinks, batch brew and blended shakes?
Cool. So batch brews, you definitely want to have one of these little puppies. You know, super reasonably priced. That's the Breville Lux Brewer. That's the only way you do batches these days. Temperature controls, thermoses, the whole lot. They're cool. Shakes and so on. I don't know. Milkshakes or thick shakes is a bit weird, but if you don't really have anything and power, trailers power are an issue. These little Nutri bullets, they're awesome because you can just chuck stuff in. You can do frappes in them and do all sorts of different things with them. So they're probably a really cool small item that you could use. And in terms of coffee machines, it really comes down to power and the volume that you're expecting to do. So like here in Australia, we fall back to what's called an expo bar compact 2-group. It's only 540 wide, it's got 2 group heads, hot water and a steam. You can order in a 10 amp or a 15 amp. So that helps with generators and power supplies. But if you can plug your supply into a mains power board and get 20 amp, go straight to Lamazocco. There's dual boilers, heaps of capacity. You can pump out lots of coffee. Like Jasmine, we saw her live 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah, we showed Jasmine what she does there. She's doing about 40 kilos of coffee a week and just pumping it out in the mornings there. So if you can get power, upgrade your machine to a much better quality product.
Yeah, Mick that asked you to rate the Wendoji out of 10, said that he's going to be buying a Wendoji Demixture when it's out.
Yep.
What else did he say? He said, I saw the 2 videos you made of them at Host, and he said, what do you think to pre-batched espresso machines? Or what do you think of pre-batched espresso machines? Is
Pre-
that,
Yeah,
is that like the Kirk's
yeah,
new
Kirk's,
store
yeah,
down in Melbourne?
Kirk's doing a lot in Melbourne at the moment. I think it's a fine thing. Years ago, look, pre-batch isn't actually new because there's a lot of automated machines that make espresso, freeze them down in a block format and allow that to be transported around and then distributed through their automated machines. So it's already there, it's a thing. But where it's becoming popular now, and the concept is how do we flow in production? And if we're having to grind and it takes 8 seconds to grind, and then we've got a 32 second extraction, then you've got time in between to do all of that and put it in a cup. We looked at the frothing side and sped it up by having automatic frothers and milk delivery, so we're not using bottles as much. We're looking at this side now and saying, well, if we can make espresso not the bottleneck, you can get your espresso well brewed because you're doing all your extractions in a controlled environment, which is probably better. You'll have less grind changes, you'll have more consistency in the flavour. You just got to make sure it's stored well and then delivered. The only thing you're not getting is crema as such. And I'm sure we'll work out a way to do that very easily. But I don't think it's a problem. We had a good play the other week with Junie, licorice and chocolates, where we made up a whole heap of espressos and used them in some Easter eggs. And then we came back and we tasted it and went, actually tastes pretty good. It was sealed up, pretty tasty. So it's oxygen and how you treat that product, I think, is the key, and the time frame. So if you were pumping out lots of espresso, you know, from 4 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock in the morning, and then dealing with it so that you can deliver that really fast through your peak time, it could be the trend for sure.
Yeah, cool. Philip, that asked a question about the caravan, just said besides the espresso machine, how about the grinder, ice machine, cooler, freezer, pitcher rinses, that sort of stuff?
Yep, definitely a jug washer for sure. A little ice maker is definitely cool.
Yeah, show the ice maker we've got on the backbench there.
Yeah.
That's a good size one.
Yeah, these are just like a Morphy Richards kind of little thing. Super small. They've got those little fingers that come down, which then water basically attaches to them, and you get these little cubes. So I'd go with something like this. A big, style bucketing one wouldn't be the way I'd look at it. This handles all of our needs pretty quick and easy. I would, it's all about power saving and space saving. So I know that's a bench top, but if you can have that under your bench somewhere, it would probably be better, leaving bench top space free for prep.
Would you put an automatic tamp?
Yeah, 100%. Automatic tamp every day.
Like the little Cinnoart just over here.
Yeah, little Cinnoart like that. And some of the things we consider about the trailers we look at is how do you actually bolt these things down? Because if you're packing up and moving, you've got to make sure you can bolt the product down. These are really handy because under here, you can just drill a hole straight through there, countersink it, and then you bolt straight down, and it's done. It'll just stay in the spot, never move when you're traveling. So that's a really cool feature about that one grinder there. Any of these other grinders, weight base and so on, you've got to work out how to bolt them down. You don't strap them. You want to take the hoppers off when you travel, but using the feet and working out how to bolt those down is definitely the way to go.
We have done lots of videos on caravans and setting them up and all that sort of stuff. So if you jump on our YouTube channel and do a bit of searching around, you'll find a few there to watch.
Yeah.
Mike Coffee 10 says, so where are you in Oz? So if and whenever I come down under, you'll come to the coffee capital.
Yeah, for sure. Halfway between Brisbane or the Gold Coast essentially and Sydney. Bondi, you might know, Bondi Beach. So we're halfway that way. So we're actually about 5 hours north, 5 hours south of those two capitals of the different states on the east coast of Australia.
Yep.
Coffs Harbour, beautiful place.
You said coffee first, scenery later.
Coffee first, scenery later, yeah. It's funny, how people do come through and come and see us because we're on a main highway between the two. So if you're driving or you do the typical backpacker thing and jump in a van and travel Australia, you will pass us.
Michael says, what could be the issue when it seems your steam wand is variable? Sometimes more foam, sometimes more liquid.
Oh, yeah. So, internally, if it's not a valve issue or the tip issue and not purging, you've got to look inside your machine. And if the machine hasn't had good filtration and your boiler is filling up with a lot of minerals, the capacity of steam versus water can change. I've seen that when the boiler is half full of sand or minerals, so that there's a very small difference. If that's your boiler, that's for steam, that's for water, but this is all minerals, you've only got this much room for water, and so when it generates steam, it tends to come straight out into your steam wand a lot more often. So that could be the issue.
So back to the person that said they dream of setting up a cafe and what should they do?
Yeah.
How should they attract people to a cafe?
Yep. You've got to work out your point of difference and understand the people in your area and how they're going to come to you. Do you have an aging population? Have you got a younger population? Have you got, I did say aging there, sorry, just to be clear. So older demographic, are they really after that hotter style cappuccinos and lattes, or are they a younger crowd, which, we're going to play with some different stuff today. We've got coconut waters and cold foams and all this crazy cold drinks. So some people go into business thinking that what you love is what everyone else loves in your area, but it's not always the case. So doing a bit of a business plan or a bit of a study of who's in your area, understanding what they're looking for, what's missing. You know, have a look at a town, maybe a bit far away, and go, wow, that cafe is doing amazing. And what is it that people are coming for? And replicate what they do here. That's probably the best business model, as opposed to you thinking what you love is what everyone's going to want. It's not the right way to approach business.
Would you use social media?
I would use social media for sure.
Yep.
If you're going to build a cafe or run it or get it up and running, start that plan, learn how to make content, engage in content, tell your story. So from day one, you've got everything perfect to start from. Don't open too early. Make sure that from day one it's perfect and the customers get a great product.
And it's consistent, so they come back.
Consistency, yep, definitely. Your first 20, 50 customers are going to define whether people are going to come back or not. This whole soft open thing, not a fan. I really don't think it's wise doing a soft open. Yes, to your friends and family so that you can test the products and so on, but don't soft open and let people sort of come in and then do your marketing a week later because you need some more money and whatever. Just get it right. Have one day where you can really focus on getting your recipes, everything, get it all perfect, have a day off, and then have a day to actually open and market to get people there on that day.
Cool. Daniel wants to know, are tattoos mandatory to be a barista?
No,
You got no tattoos?
I got no tats.
No tat,
Old school.
Tat-free?
Woo, tat free. I think that came a lot later. You know, I'm a little bit older than others, but yeah, the tattoos seem to be the thing that came through with, you know, travellers and people who were the next generation for sure. Ben, you got tattoos?
I got 3.
You got 3. There you go. What's that one on your arm?
It's from a show I watch. It's a Japanese kitsune mask. I
Cool.
got a tribal
Oh,
and
yeah.
a badge.
Which tribe do you belong to?
I don't know.
Alright.
That one was a mistake.
I don't understand tattoos. Yeah. Anyway.
You have to choose really hard. You have to make sure you choose correctly if you want something permanently on your body.
Yeah, I have no disrespect to the tribal tattoo, but it's funny, like people say tribal tattoos, but what's the tribe? It kind of defeats the
That
concept
one
for
was
me.
supposed to be a little bit more wider and thicker, but the guy messed up and yeah.
Did it real small.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure there's lots of people out there that have tattoos that they don't enjoy. I know Jimmy did a tattoo at Mice like 2 years ago or something, didn't he?
A few years ago, yeah.
2 years ago, actually went on the stands. That's cool. But yeah, no, you don't have to have tats.
Cool. What else we got here? No issues with cleaning under a grinder when it's bolted down. This is coming back to the caravan.
Yeah, there will be, but you know, call it once a month or something like that. You'll have to. You should really pull your setup apart and put it back together. You know, do deep cleans rather than just daily cleans. But you can get under a grinder. You can extend the feet a bit higher if you need to, so you can wind down the feet of most grinders, and then be able to get in under that space. That's probably the way to do it. If you don't bolt things down, you're packing it up, setting it up, packing it down and setting it up every single day, and you will do your head in dealing with that. You're going to scratch all your product, your grinders, things like that. So yeah, try and bolt it all down, have it all secure, and your setup time, pack down time is going to be a lot quicker because it's a lot of work if you've got a movable setup.
Cool. Miss MC Kick, says, do you think as a roaster a full focus on DTC would pay out tremendously long term?
DTC.
Not sure what you mean by DTC, mate. That acronym.
Yeah, DTC.
Familiar with that. Anyway, Terrence says, I love when my customers say see you tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what you want. You want to come back tomorrow. Build up if you can get 100 people that love who you are and what you do, that's 100 people that will come in most days. You know, it's the goal. Build that community, and yeah, that's the way to build a business for sure. DTC. Why am I not thinking about roasting what that is? Time. DTR. DTR maybe DTR. Hang on. Let's ask Ben.
Hang on. Direct to customer instead of B2B.
B2B. Okay, now I get it. B2B versus B2C is what we look at it. B2C, direct to customer with an online Shopify store, supporting the home market is definitely a great way to go. I would find a local market where you can supply your goods in a cool little display, get there, communicate with the local community, provide them products and get the feedback of what they like about coffee and become a little expert in your town. Definitely the way to go, and definitely an online store for sure. That is yeah, where we've seen a huge growth in our business over the last couple of years, for sure.
Cool. How do you know if a location is perfect for opening a cafe?
Yeah, so like I said before, look at the market and who you're trying to attract. If you're looking for that fast flow cup, on the way to work style coffee, you've got to have good access. You've got to have a place where people can park and stop and experience you. So that's the one thing. Some people think that just a really busy road's a good option, but it's not. People can't get in, can't get parked, get what they need and get out. So access is definitely a huge barrier to people attending or not your shop. Unless you're like in the middle of a city and you've got those big high rises, and then here on this high rise you have 1,000 people, and then you've got 1,000 people there and 1,000 people there, then that's a different story because they're all on foot, they're not having to worry about car traffic access. So then just how they still come into your business, they can get the product and get out very seamless. So whether you're putting your coffee machine right in the window to be able to attract that, or are you making people into your shop, they're the other little things you'd want to look at. But we've got workflow videos there, have a look.
Or it's a destination in itself where people really want to come and
Yeah,
stop.
big destination place for sure.
Okay, has the nitro coffee craze finally run its course, as it isn't seen at many cafes anymore?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's trying to make a bit of a resurgence around the cold style of drinks that have come out. So definitely Starbucks and those places have had a huge impact in that different generation of cold sweet drinks. They're trying to push the nitro again, but I think it's, yeah.
Like we used to have the nitro cold brew on
Same.
tap. We had a tap there at the back bench.
Yeah,
It's disappeared.
yeah. It was cool, it's tasty, I enjoyed it. But yeah, definitely, yeah. I don't think I've seen nitro for a while when I go somewhere.
No. Is it better for a cafe to have a small menu or a very large menu?
Small, concise, good products, good range, well costed, and that will be better for business for sure any day of the week. Too much stuff is confusing. People don't know how to buy. They get buyer's paralysis basically. They're like, oh, I'm overwhelmed, not really sure, so I'm just going to try and find the thing that I always know. And they're not going to try and find the thing that you're really good at, which you'll probably charge a little bit extra because your point of difference, and it's the profitable option that you want to just pump out. So try not to do everything for everybody. Yeah.
Cool. Terence wants to know what's the most expensive drink we sell here. Menu I'm looking up there, frappe.
Yeah, frappes. I'll pour over. Pour over would still be up
Pour
there.
over, yeah.
I mean, that's so cheap for a pour over, $9.50. Barista breakfast, $13.50. That's an espresso, a height, and a batchy. Should be a white coffee. Missing the W. Yeah. Pretty much specialty coffee in a different type of extraction would be the way to go. Have you got, what's the height? What's a height?
Oh, the W fell off again.
Again?
It's actually a special drink that I made up.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, can you make it for us?
Oh,
our,
yeah.
our team would love to know what a height is.
It is.
Is it a flat height?
Yeah. It's just you get served really high up.
Oh,
Yeah.
height.
Yeah.
H-I-T-E.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like a flat white, but like you serve it, up high. You have
Yeah.
to drink it up high.
Oh,
Actually,
you're going to get on top of the steps?
Actually,
Yeah.
height is a Korean beer, so you might get someone from
It's a
Korea
beer.
in here on.
That's funny. Height. Oh, that's funny.
My coffee tent says loves nitro, but haven't seen it much around Vancouver
Yeah.
lately.
Okay.
Trent Potter says good morning. How have you been today?
Hey Trent, how you going? I've been good. It's been really good. Hanging with the crew here. If you missed it earlier on, we're playing with the weight-based grinder here, talking about that a little bit. So go back, have a look. This is our little setup here for quick espresso extractions. So we've got the fluffiness of grinds that are weight-based grinders are phenomenal. So that's one cool thing. Less distributing is now needed across. Shoelace. Less distributing is now needed across how you make your coffees, because the coffee and the grind has to be super fluffy to allow it to be weighed and measured. So there is a big advantage to having a well ground So like WDT is becoming almost a thing of the past in this commercial space. Look how fluffy that grind is that comes out. It got to the point where some of these grinders are so fluffy we can't even fit them in our portafilters, but if you do that, yeah, Ben's got that there, just a little tap tap at the start. Oh, 2 points to that one. So baristas need to work a bit faster. And I know I'm not having you guys are good. But there's a lot of people that watch technology work. They'll watch the grinder work, they'll watch the automatic frother work, but it's the time in between that we're supposed to be using to really speed things up. So don't be a barista that sits there and watches technology. That's not going to help anything at all. And I didn't get enough foam in that one.
There's a question here. Still young and saving money as much as I can. Besides cafe experience, mastering the craft, what's some of the best skills you can pick up to run a good coffee shop?
Business studies. Understand how a business runs. Understand your tax system of your local area, so that you can be profitable. If you don't understand numbers, if you don't understand marketing, if you don't understand how to connect with people, you won't have a good business. So that's definitely what I think a lot of people struggle with. I find a lot of people go into business but don't understand business. So that's always weird because that's what you're actually there to do, is to generate profits. To big cap, is it, mate? No.
Cat one sugar and the small white roast.
Oh, these ladies over here, yep, cool. Yeah, so I think when people say they want to open a cafe, the question is do I want to run a business? Do I know how to run a business, any business? And then once you've got that business understanding, then you're going to make that a cafe, or you're going to make it a clothes shop. Are you a retailer? Are you a service-based person? So business studies, I think, is the key for that for sure.
Terence says, is the espresso machine 3-phase?
No, it's a high ampage, but not 3-phase. So it's 20 amps for this machine. 2 group, 20 amps for this one, but single phase.
Cool. Nadim says, I love the way you communicate. How should you behave with people who argue a lot?
I'm not a psychologist.
It depends on what, right?
But arguing, yeah.
That's a tough question.
People who want to argue, don't argue. But if you respond back to people that want to argue all the time, that's their thing. Don't make it yours. And I think,
Yeah.
yeah,
They've obviously got issues.
yeah, just if it's customers, not though. Yeah, just cool. Everyone's valid, open to their point. If it's team and people and business, make things about process, procedure, and policy rather than personality clashes. You can't deal with personality clashes all the time.
Mike Coffee 10 says, love doing AeroPress inverted, but find the pour over more challenging.
Yeah. Because you're relying on gravity and time a lot more with the pour over and the grind particle size. With the inverted pour over, AeroPress, you can manage your bloom and get that saturation really well, which we don't tend to do that in a pour over as much. Because then you're relying on the quality of the grind particle size and whether that's going to have the fine sink down and block up your pour over paper or not. So there's a lot of different things in there. But if you do want to help, just to fresh in my mind at the moment, is getting a more consistent grind particle size. You can use something like the Crew sifter, which is product that will get you exact consistency of different grind size particles. So that will help your pour overs a lot. Crew make that jug that I had before, that 3-pointed thing.
Yeah.
Cool. Almond cap. Awesome. Cool. How good's the football season? Hey, about to start again. Training's this Thursday. Sorry? Yeah. Yeah, under 10s. See you, mate.
Actually, there was a question back there I missed. Do you follow NRL?
No, I don't. I follow AFL. Australia is a big place, and AFL used to be VFL, which is the Victorian Football League. And so it grew really big, and then they pushed their teams out around Australia. So that's kind of my heritage. NRL was a bit more New South Wales. And then they've pushed their teams back into having a different team around Australia. So yeah, AFL's my gig. It's probably the biggest sport in Australia, I think. So yeah, AFL.
Broccoli says, hi, see you at Mice in a couple of weeks.
Oh, hey Broccoli, yeah, be good. We saw you there a couple of years ago. Good to connect again. Make you a coffee. Maybe if you're on the Lead stand or see us on the Lumazocco stand. Yeah, love to make you a brew.
Like you said, we will be in the Roasters Playground.
Roasters Playground, yeah.
So the Roasters Playground, they have like 10, like, is it 5 to 10 or I don't know how many.
Yeah, probably
how
about
many
10
little
or 12 setups. There's quite
And
a few, yeah.
And then Roasters get on there for like 2 hours and just like, you know, you
Serve
can
coffee,
walk around
pumping
and
out.
try the different coffees from the different roasters.
Yeah, so Friday morning we'll be there. I think the show starts at 10 o'clock, so yeah, I think it's 10 till 12 slot.
Yep.
But we'll put out a little thing,
Yeah.
little post saying exactly where we are, what we're doing, and our lives.
Each
and so
morning
on.
we'll do that. Yep.
Yep.
When we're down there. That is about
That's
it.
about
mate.
it.
We've been going for well over an hour now, so
Yeah.
it's like time to wrap it up.
Easy, sounds good. Hey, thanks very much for watching. Really appreciate it. Yeah, appreciate your time with you. Appreciate the questions, and yeah, look forward to answering more next Wednesday. Yeah, next Wednesday. Yeah, I can do that. The Wednesday after, I won't be available, so you're gonna have to work something out, right? I will be driving.
One last question from Terence. What's your busiest day?
Here, in the bar. What's our busiest day?
It'll be mainly Monday and Friday.
Here you go.
Roasting days.
Roasting days.
Roasting days. Die-hard people in the morning coming in getting beans to restock after a weekend and needing a coffee to get that through their week.
Yep.
And Friday, again, they've run out, so they're getting more beans and they need to be powering into a weekend with coffee.
Yep.
There you go.
Cool.
End of the week, start of the week. But yeah, from a business side, we have our roasting on Friday and Monday, so they are our biggest days, so we can do wholesale on those 2 days and retail as well. Yeah, awesome. Thanks everyone. Catch you next time. Cheers.